guys are awesome. They are from the School of Jazz at the New School. All right. Welcome to the Service Design Global Conference 2015. Kicking us off, my name is Laura Penning. I'm an associate professor, director of transdisciplinary design, grad program at Parsons. And on behalf of our Parsons and the New School, I'd like to welcome everyone. Speakers, workshop leaders, everyone, participants, volunteers, sponsors. We are super excited to be the hosts of this conference. We are thrilled you're here in our campus. I've worked several months together with colleagues from the school, students, university folks, as well as service design practitioners in New York City, and the SDN team to have you here today. So I have a long list of people to thank later. I've been pestering them for several months. But having you here now at this moment is where everything makes sense. Everything comes together. All this effort makes sense. I have a couple of things very quickly to say. One quick institutional message. I like to say that I consider myself the resident service design evangelist in this university, in this school. And from that vantage point, I am very happy to say that I think our school really embraces service design in our curriculum, in our research, and the work of our faculty and students. So this is a design-led institution, after all. So design and service are the core of what we do. And service design connects really well in very interesting ways with our core values related to progressive social agenda, progressive environmental agenda. And we pride ourselves to be participants and agents of change and hosts helping promoting critical dialogues in the world. So this conference is a real treat for us. Now about your experience, because it's all about you, obviously. We have planned for your flow and experience to be based on moving around our campus in different places. We started off yesterday for those who are already here. We're starting here in this awesome auditorium. We end up the day in our historic auditorium up on 12th Street. And in between, you're going to pass through different locations. Please plan to get coffee and food in a location close to your session. And most of all, and that's the final thing I have to say, throughout your journey, embrace the experience of campus life. The experience of being here in this particular campus in a real broad sense, like a truly learning experience with lots of curiosity, lots of fun, excitement, maybe some play, transgression, if you want. And this is all I have to say, so welcome and enjoy.
Morning. My name is Marshall Sitton. I'm Vice President of Communications at City Community Development, and I'm one of the co-founders and leaders of the local Service Design Network chapter here in New York. And I'd like to welcome you on behalf of City and on behalf of the local Service Design Network chapter here in New York, and thank you all for coming near and far, through the rain, through the promise of a hurricane, for this year's global conference. I also want to say a special word of thanks to Lara and her team, their amazing team, for making this event possible, and for Birgit and her team as well at HQ in Germany for all of the hard work that it takes to put together an event like this, so complex and with so many different moving parts. So I wanted to say thank you to both of you and to both of your amazing teams. Yeah, please. Yeah, very much, yes. I really appreciate the theme of this year's conference, a journey to value. It's, the word journey holds a lot of meaning for service designers. It's how we visualize and illustrate the path of services and the way that customers and people move through services. It's our way of saying that's how they got there from here. In the context of services. And the theme is especially apt for here in New York for the local community, because this conference is an important milestone for us. Just a few short years ago, the service design community in New York was just a small group of people meeting up for happy hours, talking about, the conversations were, how do we define service design so that my dad can understand it? Or, service design versus UX, what is that? Fast forward a little bit, and all of a sudden we were having regular service jams at Siegel and Gale and NYU. Adam, are you here? Hi. We were having, the crowds were getting bigger, the conversations were morphing and evolving into more practical discussions about service blueprinting and training on tactical tools and practical tools and getting results and talking to people about those results. And so then all of a sudden, look around. I mean, personally, I never would have guessed that as a community in just a few short years would have gone from dozens to hundreds, that leading service design firms would start moving to New York and setting up shop and hiring local talent. That major players from hospitality to healthcare, from finance to advertising would be talking about building up their own internal capacity for service design. Or that a bank, a design school, and the city of New York would come together and say, how do we use this service design stuff to enable low-income New Yorkers to have more secure financial futures? So that's our journey. That's how we got here from there. And so this conference is an important next step for us in that journey, and I'm so glad that all of you could be here to join us for it. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Jamin Hegeman, and I am on the Service Design Network management team, and in particular, I'm on the event board team with a couple colleagues, Alex Nesbitt and Chris Brooker, and worked with these great folks here to put on this conference. And on behalf of the SDN, I want to welcome all of you here. I also want to say, good morning, New York! Sorry, this is my first time on stage in New York, so I had to do something kind of crazy. But a couple things I just want to point out. I'll be brief. This is the 8th annual Service Design Network Conference. All right, whatever. No big deal, no big deal. But interestingly, and Alex pointed this out to me this morning, I didn't even realize it. This is the second time that it's been in the United States, and the United States is the only country where we've had it twice. Yeah. All right, whatever. If you're not from the U.S., don't clap. That's fine. San Francisco, well, yeah, okay, maybe. I'm from San Francisco, but I love New York. It's great. Has anyone been to all 8? Wow, okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Anyone who didn't raise your hand, you're in the wrong place. So the conference for us is very important because it is the one time per year where we get together with our membership, we get together with new folks that we haven't met, and we seek to further our mission of creating better and more human services worldwide. So this is very important to us, and we're very excited to be here. I just have to give some thanks, and then we're going to pass it on. Of course, as mentioned before, I want to give thanks to the New York chapter, and Laura in particular. Thanks to Marshall and Citibank and all of our sponsors, Design It, with Repro, Helen, Smart Design, Fjord, Experience Fellow, this company called Capital One, Mural, and Tesla Amazing. Thank you guys all for believing in this and seeing value in this conference and giving a little bit to that. I also want to thank our members. So we are a member organization, and who are the members here? All right. Yay, members. Thank you very much. You make this organization possible. We're not doing very well on clapping. Do we have to have a... Okay, ready? We're going to try clapping. Everyone, applause. So you can do it. This is for the speakers who are coming up, because they're going to need that. And then I want to thank all of you. You're coming. We have people from all over the world, from all sorts of continents, Asia, Europe, of course, the United States, South America, Antarctica. No? All right, that's all I have to say. Welcome. Thank you very much.
I am super excited to be here today. I am here with Design It and Whipper Digital, and we are proud to announce this year's Design Challenge, Better Together. We'll be hosting the workshop tomorrow. It's about urban loneliness this year, and we are hoping that you can give us some of your amazing talent and help us tackling some of the lonely hearts and some of the urban experiences out there. We set the challenge inspired by New York City because we're here in this great city. I, for one, have only been here during a massive rainstorm and a huge snowstorm, so this is the first time I'm actually seeing the city, and it's so cool. We believe that in this sort of technologically enabled world, we're closer than we ever were, but we're also further apart in a sense. So we want to try and create some engagement between people and try and make the city live. So come by. We're out here in the forecourt out here. We've got a little table. Come up, talk to us. If you've already registered for the challenge, come get your info pack and your cool T-shirts, and then we will see you tomorrow.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the first ever Service Design Global Conference 2015 in New York City. I'm Roger Mannix. I'm on the faculty here at Parsons. I'm a contributor to Touchpoint magazine, and I'm Parsons' kind of resident go-to guy for any kind of play-based learning. Also, if I meet you in these next couple of days and I shake your hands in a really lame way, I just had shoulder repair surgery, so I can't raise my hands and ask questions, so please don't take it personally. And don't touch me on this side. I'm guessing that it's been a few years since most of us here have been a full-fledged student. Lara and I want to encourage you to take advantage of where you are. Immerse yourself in this learning world here at Parsons. There are some pretty great, incredible speakers and sessions lined up today and tomorrow. Give yourself the gift of being here. Treat yourself to be a student once again at one of the most innovative and dynamic institutions there is. And not only that, you're in New York City in downtown Manhattan, so go explore, get curious about our community. You'll be as much of a student in here as you are out there. Now, you may have noticed that you've been invited to participate in a game throughout the conference. Part icebreaker, part thought starter, and part content generator. We're asking you to talk to people you don't know, believe it or not, and to reflect on service design and to share your musings on social media, Twitter or Instagram. You'll be doing this activity as an icebreaker at the beginning of every session. So in a moment, you're going to turn to someone you're sitting near and don't already know. Ask them to answer this question in one sentence. At SDGC15, I'm really looking forward to blank. Then if you like, go post your reply on the social media platform of your choice using hashtag SDGC15. Now the trick is you only have 1 minute for both of you to answer, so I'll share mine with you. At hashtag SDGC15, I want to find people who are as serious about play as I am. All of your responses will appear at www.juicer.io/SDGC15. Keep that browser open throughout the conference and check out what our community is saying. And there will be prize announcements at the end of every day. Here we go. Turn to someone that you don't know, and you're going to ask them, what's the one thing that they're looking forward to at SDGC 15? You have 1 minute, now go.